Hey, and welcome back to part 2 of my sourdough series, where I revive my hungry starters to make this beautiful and tasty sourdough loaf. You'll first want to start with bread flour or a mix of flour of your choice. Mix in your water and use a bowl scraper to combine the mixture until the flour is hydrated. Cover your dough and let it sit for about an hour. After some time has passed, your dough should look something like this and have lots of stretch. Add in your starter and pinch and grab the dough and the starter so everything can be combined properly. At this point, the dough will be very sticky, so it will be a bit messy to work with. Next, I add in my salt and a little warm water in order for everything to be well incorporated. I spent about 10 to 20 minutes mixing this. After a few minutes of resting, I start mixing the dough up and over onto itself while turning the dough 90 degrees after every fold. Once an hour has passed, the dough will feel light, so we'll start the folds to build up some strength and structure for our loaf. When doing your folds, make sure to be gentle so we can keep the air in the dough. Turn your bowl 90 degrees after each fold. Cover your dough and let it sit for an hour. I did this 4 times before forming my loaves. At the end of your fold, your dough will feel light and have bubbles. Flour your working surface and pour out your dough. I split this dough into 2 and pre-shape them into balls, tucking their ends underneath, seam side down. Once loaves are formed, I let them rest for 20 minutes. After letting the dough rest, I turn the dough over and gently stretch out the dough on all sides. Then, fold the ends over one another. Lastly, I roll the dough up. A little tip is to cover the surface of your dough with some flour. This will help make the process of rolling the dough easier. I then transfer my dough to my prepared baskets and let them rest for 2 hours before wrapping the dough to let it proof in the fridge. The next morning, I prep my oven and Dutch oven for baking. I removed my cold loaf and flipped it onto a sheet of parchment paper. You can lightly dust your surface and make your desired slash in the dough. Carefully place the loaf into the Dutch oven and place it into the oven, covered, for about 30 minutes. Then remove the lid and let it bake for about another 20 to 30 minutes. After some time, your loaf should be golden and beautiful. Let the loaf cool completely before cutting into it. If you like this video, follow for more sourdough and baking content.